Hi everyone, thanks for listening to my presentations. I'm back again, but this time around I want to talk about restless leg syndrome. Some would have maybe gone through some literature or whatever online somewhere, or the doctor or anybody telling them about PLMS, that is periodic limb movements at sleep. It's all the same. It's all the same. Okay, today this is a big issue, and I'll be able to go through possible causes, different types, and treatments. So, before going into details, maybe you have this, or somebody around you, or you're just hearing about this for the first time. Believe it, it's real and it's disturbing a lot of people. Um, some few marriages have been destabilized because of this, because while the husband and wife will be in their room about to sleep, the husband is busy, shaking the legs. Okay? Or they are sitting down watching movies at the theater, and the other partner is just busy moving the two limbs all the time. So the other one is complaining, the partner is complaining bitterly about that. By the end, we'll be rounding up. We'll be able to find solutions to that. And I pray that your marriages will come back together again if your issue is about restless leg syndrome. Okay, with that background, let's go. Restless leg syndrome is also known as Willis-Egborn disorder. It's a neuro problem, so it's not a heart-related problem. Okay, there is perception of an unpleasant sensation affecting the lower limbs the most. The other parts of the body are not completely um, out. We'll go into that later. It happens at night or at bedtime. There is that increased urge to move the limbs. And whether you love it or not, the limbs will actually be moved because the urge is just so great. It is annoying to the partner, and to the partner who is not educated along this path will feel that his or her spouse is just deliberately annoying, and that is not the case. It's just the perception. Okay, the affected individual will be relieved by actually moving the limbs affected. What are the possible causes here? I hate to start now causes of any medical ailment with idiopathic, but that is a case when we don't actually know the exact cause. But genetic constitution is being implicated with positive family history, that if a man or woman is having restless leg syndrome, let's check the family. And if there's positive family history there, then we don't need to put ourselves the more again, but do some few laboratory investigations. Moving away from that is checking the level of iron store. Low brain iron store has been implicated, particularly ferritin level less than 75 microgram has been implicated. Low level of dopamine has also been implicated, just like we have in Parkinson disease. No wonder. By the time we get to the treatment of restless leg syndrome, the medications that we may be using will be just like what we can use in Parkinson's disease. And of course, the causes will likely include situation that has led to decreased dopamine level. Sleep apnea, particularly obstructive sleep apnea, is also implicated as part of the causes. So imagine iron store as major cause, genetic constitution, sleep apnea, and low dopamine. So other causes could be secondary to diabetes mellitus, particularly with microvascular complication of neuropathy. Check my channel for macrovascular and microvascular complications of diabetes mellitus. So I'm not going to waste your time going over that here right now. Renal failure, okay? Anemia, I've just said it, the low level of ferritin store could be the trigger of restless leg syndrome. So anemia, that is iron deficiency anemia, should be ruled out in anyone with restless leg syndrome. How about multiple sclerosis? I'm not going to go over that here because I have a separate presentation on multiple sclerosis. Check my channel for that, please. Parkinson disease. Okay, we'll still go over that when we reach treatment, just in a bit. Pregnancy, also in a bit, we'll go back to that. Venous insufficiency, either deep vein thrombosis or venous thromboembolism, and of course, alcohol. Yeah, to those of us who are not taking alcohol, well, congratulations. And to those who are, please find a way of reducing it to the barest minimum. Because you could see even restless leg syndrome could be a problem secondary to alcohol, apart from all other possible problems. There's a self-representation on alcohol on my channel also. You can check that out. Antidepressants, because to those who are depressed, my heart goes out to you. But while you are taking your medication, you could run into restless leg syndrome. And of course, to those who are schizophrenia or acute psychosis of any sort, and you are on antipsychotics for a long time, that will likely lead to decreased dopamine level, which will trigger either Parkinson's or restless leg syndrome. Caffeine, yes. Metoclopramide for vomiting, and nicotine from smoking or vaping. What are the possible clinical features? At rest, particularly at evening or night times. That is when the family will come together, okay? After days long stress job, you are back happy, no. Then the affected person will start shaking the legs. It will be relieved by actual movement. It's either you shake the leg or start walking around. Lower limbs more than the rest parts of the body, but arms could also be involved, and at the same time, the trunk could be involved. Is bilateral. In other words, the problem is systemic. Sometimes unilateral, but more bilateral. It will occur while sitting or while lying down. That's why couples will be in trouble because the other partner will be so annoyed, will be so upset. With the urge to move the legs must be moved to get a relief. It's associated with unpleasant sensations, and the sensations will be like electrical currents. This is what they complain about. People with restless leg syndrome will tell the story that the sensations like electrical currents just coming. I couldn't control it. Creepy crawly, like burning and nagging, could be aching and painful. And inside the bones, they'll feel itchiness. It's also known as PLMS. There are different types of restless leg syndrome. Intermittent restless leg syndrome means the issue is less than 2 times per week. The chronic means it could be moderate or severe distress, greater than or just at the level of 2 times per week. But when it is less, then that is intermittent. And when it's greater than 2 times or up to 2 times per week, that is chronic. Refractory is when we are having severe cases with distress and is not responsive to treatment. Here, augmentation, that is occurrence of symptoms during the day before treatment, will also occur. Like you place the patient on treatment, okay, and the treatment is expected to handle the night or evening symptoms. But during the day, the individual will be having the symptoms. That is augmentation. That is before the onset of the next medication. So increase in the severity of the symptoms, I mean, for one day after the other, the level will be getting worse. And it will appear as if your medication is having less effect. That is refractory restless leg syndrome. That is the position anybody would not want to be. Or you can ask me, do I even want the intermittent restless leg syndrome? You know the answer. My answer will be no. But to those who are having this problem, we'll work together now and with the physicians to find the help needed. How to make diagnosis? Firstly, we have to rule out iron deficiency, particularly ferritin level. We have to do that first of all. Take appropriate history, any positive family history of restless leg syndrome. Incorporate the partner here, but with the consent of the affected individual, or else you get sued. I don't know why anybody will sue anybody like that, because the partner is aware you have this problem, right? And why will I incorporate the partner? Because I have to, let the partner know that this woman or this man is not making it up. It's not his wishes, is the way it is. And you do polysomnography if there's obstructive sleep apnea, D-dimer and Doppler if we are not suspecting DVT or venous insufficiency. And of course, we do nerve conduction tests for peripheral neuropathy. We have to do our laboratory investigations. We're going to check the glucose level, complete blood count, to know whether we're dealing with anemia or not, and of course the ferritin level, and our free iron and total iron binding capacity, blood urea nitrogen creatinine with electrolyte to know what is happening to the kidney. Treatment. We have to, while it's not a rule, but that's what I do, I will apologize to the partner of the affected patient on the patient's behalf. But first of all, I'll discuss with the patient. Do you know why? Let there be peace at home. The man has not made it up. It's just the way it is. Then, diversion of thought. Let this man start playing music when the sensations are coming up. Or, wife, bring out the cars. Let's start playing. Okay? Stop alcohol. Now you have the racks in your basement where you arrange the different bottles. It's time to, I don't know what you're going to do with them. Let's just stop it. Okay? Either you give them out or you sell them, I don't know. Stop smoking. If you can stop caffeine, that would be excellent. Please sleep when you are supposed to sleep. Sleep deprivation will worsen the situation for you. Exercise moderately. You can have hot or warm baths. Stop all offending medications, but I have to be cautious here. That is if it's possible, because you cannot go cold turkey if you are on antidepressant or antipsychotics. If not, you get into depression, into suicide, or you become more psychotic and you harm someone around you or yourself. So no cold turkey when you're on these medications, but you have to talk to your general practitioner or family physician who will liaise with your specialist. Still on treatment. If you have done your complete blood count, you've taken your total iron binding capacity, ferritin, free iron level, and everything, and there's anemia, please treat. Replace iron. Don't say, I'm a man, so why will I be on iron like a pregnant woman? Please, you need this to keep those legs, at rest. Somebody is asking me, so what's the business of taking iron and my restless leg syndrome? Well, the ferritin level will tell us, okay? Renal failure, let there be adequate treatment. Diabetes mellitus, let there be adequate treatment. Do you know what? If you are diagnosed with diabetes mellitus, doesn't mean you have to die because you have diabetes mellitus. If you are following up regularly and you are compliant with the medications and every measures, you can actually die of other causes or cause and not diabetes mellitus, or you can live for as long as your maker will permit you to live up to. Varicose veins, sclerotherapy, sleep apnea, can have polysomnography and CPAP. Medications. In case of intermittent restless leg syndrome, if ferritin is less than 75 microgram per liter, then we're going to give oral iron. You see, there's no way I'm going to present restless leg syndrome without emphasizing ferritin, and I cannot overemphasize that. Okay, so oral iron, levodopa. The other time I alluded to the fact that the treatment would be like as if we're treating Parkinson disease because of the level of dopamine. So we can replace the dopamine here with levodopa. Then you can give your benzodiazepine or low potency opioids. If this is refractory restless leg syndrome, we are going to give dopamine agonists. Okay? Pramiprazole, propinerol, rotigotine patch, gabapentin could be used, or pregabalin. Star-Levo, and I need to say here, I'm not an agent of any pharmaceutical company manufacturing or selling these medications. I'm only presenting, what is the authentic facts as per all these medical related issues. So Star-Levo is used in treating Parkinson's disease. It contains 3 medications together: carbidopa, levodopa, and entacapone. And we use it here as well. And it's good, particularly if it is refractory in nature. You can combine gabapentin and levodopa. You are free to. Still on treatment, we can use again. That is combination of oxycodone and naloxone. The oxycodone is a low potent opioid. And naloxone, of course you know that, Narcan is going to reverse the opioid effect. So the possibility of toxicity is lower here. Tramadol is also a low potent opioid, codeine and methadone. No pegolide or bromocriptine here. And you can ask me why. Because of the horrible side effects. As a matter of fact, in Canada, pegolide is off the market. Some centers are still using bromocriptine anyway. In pregnancy, use only low potent opioids and don't use them near town. Why? Of course. Where will be the strength for the child and the unborn baby at time when we will need the baby to pass through stress during labor. And the child is delivered with cardiorespiratory depressive effects of opioids. That would be horrible. Adopt non-pharmacological measures in pregnant women first. And even before the diagnosis of restless leg syndrome is made in pregnant women, you must have ruled out iron deficiency anemia. And if you get any, replace. No other medications in them, please. You know, pregnant women are not about themselves alone, but it's also about the unborn children in them. Of course, your general practitioner or family physician will be able to liaise with the OBGYN specialist when it comes to this. And with that, I've come to the end of Restless Leg Syndrome presentation. Thanks for listening. Kindly subscribe to my channel so that you can get all these presentations immediately they are published. I appreciate it. Thank you.